Hello everyone, Pinder Productions here, and today I'm back doing Uber Eats and Deliveroo, and I don't know if you can tell from the lens, but I thought, oh, I'll go out. It's actually snowing. Anyway, it's a cold January, it's a Monday, and I thought I'd come out, and then I left the door and it's snowing, but I've already accepted an order on Uber from McDonald's, so I'm going to do that and see how it goes. And if it's not really snowing, like nothing's settling, nothing landing on the ground, and it's sort of just getting a tiny bit damp, I'll continue and do a couple more orders. Otherwise I'll probably finish and be a chicken to the weather. We'll see how it goes, I guess. So McDonald's order has been collected. They had it ready when I got there, so that's always nice, especially for McDonald's, although Monday nights they do tend to be a bit quieter, both at restaurants and in terms of the riders who come out. And I think the cold weather has probably deterred a few people as well, maybe, but I don't know, there's a few people standing around by the bike locks waiting, so who knows, I might have just got lucky with this one. Either way, we're going to head down to London Road to the customer, drop it off, and then come back to town and hopefully get another order. That little snow flurry seems to have stopped now, so my little idea of putting snow in the title for, I don't know, some sort of interesting title or clickbait, you know, got to game the YouTube algorithm in some sort of way, may not be a very, well, it was true, but not for very long. Typical YouTuber. Well, I just delivered that McDonald's order and £3.40 for it, which is pretty decent. Riding back towards town now. I've turned Deliveroo on as well. Deliveroo now saying it's not busy. It said moderate when I left. Literally just started filming the video, so I don't know, maybe 20 minutes ago most. So now obviously a couple more riders must have come out for 5 o'clock like I did, so you know, can't blame them. It's pretty much the most likely time we're going to make some decent money, especially on a weekday. I just don't want to be hanging about too long when it's this cold. My fingers are freezing. So back in town now at the Riverside area. There's a couple of restaurants around here. Seems pretty quiet in town. River levels have gone down a little bit. It was really flooded late last week, sort of Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend, but it looks like the levels are going down marginally. Still high, but the current's less now. We go from like really high rainfall and high river levels to now wind, like freezing cold weather, and well, a snow flurry very briefly. But I'm gonna wait around in town, might do a couple of laps of town to keep warm, to be honest, and hopefully it won't be long before I get an order or two, so we'll see how that goes. Getting an order coming from a Tesco which is nowhere near town. It says customer verification. I assume that means ID. I'm not going to bother with that. It's too far away to risk going and it being an order that I can't even carry because of alcohol and like heavy liquids, so I'll refuse that one and wait for something nearer town that I can risk either going for or something that I can actually carry. Got delivery order coming in. Elficante to Queen's Park area. Yeah, £2.90, which isn't great, but no boost today, so we'll do that one. So order collected. Haven't got too far to get to Queen's Park for the drop-off point, and it was a relatively quick pickup, so that's always nice as well. There's another little flurry of snow starting. My camera died just after I did the last narration. I can only assume, no, the battery's fine. So yeah, little flurry of snow starting again, almost at the drop-off point now. I'm back in town now and I've collected a Wagamama order. I didn't really have to wait for it. I got into town and then Deliveroo sent me a ping. Order was ready when I got there, so all is well on that front. I swapped to a fresh battery because I took the old one out and reinserted it. It's still not working, even though the GoPro says 50% capacity. So I reckon it's just the cold weather and the battery not liking it. This next drop is going down Elstow Road this time, so got to head in that direction, similar direction, at least to begin with, to the first order I did from McDonald's. So we'll head this way. Hopefully it won't take too long. Things aren't great today on Deliveroo, I'll be honest. That's considering the weather today, I would have thought they'd try and put out a bonus, but I guess it's just not busy enough to justify trying to get more riders out. Unlike, for example, if it was a weekend. Also being January, it tends to be quieter than other times of year. Sort of January and April I find can be quite quiet on Deliveroo, at least in the last couple of years. I might get my order delivered now. It's quite windy here, so I don't know if you can hear me, but I've turned Uber back on as well as Deliveroo, and we're heading back to town again. I probably sound a bit like a broken record because I repeat that every time I finish an order, but it's what's happening. I'm just telling you the facts, innit? Sorry cat, I'm scaring you. I don't mean to, I'm just trying to be heard by the microphone. Coming back over the bridge again. Hopefully I don't have to wait too long for another order. I reckon I'm going to perch here for a brief moment and see if any orders come in on either app. If not, I might do a lap of town, and then hopefully it's not too long before we get an order. I reckon I'll do maybe one more if it doesn't take too long. So yeah, we'll see how long we have to. Oh, here we go. McDonald's to Riverfield area. I reckon I'll do that. Or actually, will I? Yeah, I will. I had a brief moment of pause to think about that one because A, it's McDonald's, but the first order I did from there was pretty quick. So I reckon I'll give them another chance as it's a quiet Monday. And then second reason is because a lot of the bike paths follow the river and they're all flooded at the moment, but there's other routes which are safe enough that I can use to get to that part of town. So I reckon I'll take those routes and head to the customer's address that way, and then I might call it the end of the night after this drop because I don't want to be out all night when it's this cold. Nice to get out for a bit, do some exercise and a bit of cash for your side hustle. Pay Rishi his tax dollars, or pounds as we're in the UK. So McDonald's order collected. We got, oh my gosh, 3 miles to the drop-off point. I thought it was closer than that, or less miles. Yeah, the fees really aren't great today. I think this will be my last order of the night. Gonna go through Castle area rather than following the sat nav because it's taking me through the flooded bike paths. And my bike is pretty good, but it's not amphibious. I'd need a boat to go down there at the moment, I reckon. I do still firmly believe that Deliveroo is a far better alternative than joining a gym. At least if you like cycling and you don't mind doing it on the roads. Thank you, Google, for interrupting me. I mean, you're doing a useful job, Google, but you're interrupting me. As I was saying, if you do enjoy cycling outdoors and you don't mind doing it around town, I do think it's a much better alternative than joining a gym because you get paid to exercise rather than paying to exercise. I know it's different forms of exercise, but if it's a form that you enjoy, in my personal opinion, it's a pretty good incentive to go out and exercise and lose a bit of weight, if that's your intentions. I mean, for me, I just see Deliveroo as a good way to keep active for the most part. Obviously, different people have their different reasons for doing it. Some people use this as a sort of much larger source of their income. I did when I was at uni, making videos for like 3 years more consistently than I am now. It was because it was my main income at the time, you know, needed to survive. But now that I don't need it as much, it is more of a form of sort of side hustle and a good incentive to get out and exercise, at least personally. McDonald's order delivered, and it turns out that they could have ordered that from 2 closer McDonald's than the one that I actually delivered it from. But I'm not complaining, just raising the obvious, but I got paid for it and somebody else didn't because I wasn't near those other 2 McDonald's. So that's pretty good from my end anyway. just that they could have got the food warmer, maybe. Either way, we earned £6.14 on Deliveroo tonight and £7.08 on Uber Eats, which makes about £13 in an hour and a half. So not brilliant, but not too far off what I'd like to be earning. In an hour and a half, I'd hope to earn about £15 if we're aiming for sort of £10 an hour roughly. So not amazing, but not too far off. I thought it was quieter than that tonight, to be honest. But no, not too bad at all. I'm going to head home now. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.